couldn't get away with that.
So you're the fellow who fought his way into camp, huh?
That got around fast.
Franco was a tough
That'll
nut.
never change.
No one messed with him. No one.
Why haven't I heard
Except
about
you.
this before?
Just to make it clear, if you try the same shit with
Should've
me,
known better.
I'll kill you.
There've been all kinds of rumors.
I want to get into the mine.
Whole thing
Of course you
all
do.
over
Then
again.
you're in the right place with me.
Anything's possible.
Because everyone who digs in the mine gets to keep a hefty share of the gold.
Believe me.
And I hand out the red stones you need so that Thoris will let you in.
No idea. You
Give me one of those red stones.
Okay, but they aren't free. Normally I demand a share of the gold the boys get for
same
digging.
old thing all over again.
How much do you know about mining gold,
Better
huh?
watch out who
You
talk
probably learned a few tricks, right? If I give you a red stone,
Easy as that.
it won't be because you're such a great digger.
That's
No.
exactly what I said.
I have another job for you.
Nobody wants to know.
What sort of job?
One of the bandits planned to kill me, but instead, my
No
guards
big deal.
killed him.
He was hot for your job, huh?
To ask me that.
He was an idiot. A thug without a brain.
That will never change.
He never would have got the idea to attack me on his own.
He should-
Nah. He was only fulfilling a contract. Someone else
Yeah,
sent
done
him.
So, I'm supposed to find out who was behind it.
Totally obvious.
Whoever sent me this assassin will pay for it.
Tell me that
Find
isn't
him.
True.
And I'll let you into the mine.
You have to
Senyan
trust
sent me to you about this business.
Senyan.
It was his
He also
decision.
works for me. I told him he should keep his eyes
I
open.
can't go on like this forever.
How should I go about it?
Tell me that isn't true.
Everyone here in the camp knows about it. So you're playing with all your cards on the table, huh? Try to find out who's on my side and who isn't. And don't let the boys make a fool of you. Talk to Snaff. That fat cook picks up a lot.
I couldn't get away with that.
I need better armor.
Why? You already have some.
I'm staying out of it.
That's good enough for you now. If you complete your
You have
assignment,
to ask me that.
we'll talk about it again.
What does he know about duty?
He was falling down drunk.
That was no big deal.
What do you know about the attempt on Esteban's life?
Listen, I don't want anything to do with that business, got it? I have my own worries. I'm a victim myself.
In what way?
I paid a lot of gold for my last delivery, but it never came. Some swine made off with it. I've been robbed, probably by some of our own people.
What sort of delivery?
A packet of lockpicks. Someone was supposed to get them from the pirates for me, but a guy named Juan snatched it away from me, including the gold that I paid for it. That bastard is hiding somewhere in the swamp.
Things I could tell you.
Juan worked for Esteban.
What?
Don't play games with me. You knew about it.
Fine, you're right. But I hope you also realize why I didn't tell you about it. Everyone in the camp knows you work for Esteban. I don't have any desire to get dragged into this business just because you're hot for a red stone.
That'll only cause more trouble.
I'm not really working for Esteban.
So, you want to pull the wool over the old swine's eyes? Then I'll give you some good advice. Keep it to yourself. When it comes to Esteban, trust no one. Not even me. Got it?
Tell me that isn't
Now enough about that. We don't want to be overheard.
I couldn't care less.
You don't have to ask me that.
Things would have turned out differently if it hadn't been for us.
He was falling down drunk.
What do you know about the attack?
The thing with Esteban? You know how it is. The barkeeper hears everything, but never takes sides.
So do you know something?
I didn't say that.
If you were in my place, what would you do?
I would think about what I know about the guy behind it. First, it was probably one of the bandits. That means he's here in the camp. Second, that he's here in the camp means that he is watching you. Third, as long as he thinks that you're on Esteban's side, he'll never reveal himself to you. So, the interesting question is, what are your chances of finding your man?
What are my chances of finding my man?
So far, everything is still open.
Thanks.
Hey, I didn't tell you anything you didn't already know. Got it?
What do you think of Esteban?
Whoever talks about him is soon dead.
Hey, you! What do you know about the attempt on Esteban's life?
You're looking for the guy who's behind it, huh? But I don't know anything about it. How could I? I was still in the swamp then.
I'll come back later. Hey! What do you know about the attempt on Esteban's life?
Nothing at all.
Hey! I've talked to Esteban.
And did he tell you about the attack?
He ordered me to find out who sent the assassin. Do you know anything about that?
No more than you do. I'm also on the hunt for the guy behind it. And now we come to the interesting part.
Let's hear it.
I want you to do your job well. I want you to find the traitor. And when you have found him, I want you to kill him for me. Then I will pocket the reward. I have your wanted poster. Don't forget that. Do your job and do it well. You can figure out what will happen otherwise.
Forget it.
Then what do I still need you for, you bum?
Hey, people! Look who we have here!
Ah, a fight!
Tell me, why did Senyan yell, "Look who we have here"?
Unpaid debts. Do you have a problem with that?
No, man, I don't have a problem with it. Quite the opposite. The bastard worked for Esteban.
What do you know about the attack?
Hey, man, I didn't have anything to do with it.
What do you have against Esteban?
All that swine thinks about is money. Every few days, one of us gets eaten by a crawler. But Esteban just won't send any fighters into the mine. And why? Those guys belong to Raven's bodyguards, and Esteban is scared shitless to tell them. He'd rather let us get killed.
What do you know about the attempt on Esteban's life?
Attack? Sorry, I was absent for some time. I don't know anything about it.
Hey! What are my chances of finding my man?
You bumped off one of Esteban's people. The man you're looking for will believe you're on his side. But he won't just reveal himself to you. You'll have to find out more.
I knew that.
Exactly.
Hey! About the attack on Esteban.
Yeah?
Do you have any idea who's behind this?
Why do you want to know?
Esteban wants to see him dead.
Oh, you work for the boss. Then I'll tell you what I know. When the attack took place, I was trying to get my pickaxe from Huna the Smith. but he wasn't there.
And?
Usually he's always there. Very suspicious if you ask me.
Nobody ever asks.
That will never change.
There've been all kinds of
About the attack on Esteban,
Yes,
do you have any idea who was behind it?
sure. Let me tell you, I bet that Emilio is behind this. He always ran to the mine like a crazy man. He dug as much as he could. But since the attack, he's been sitting on his bench, not budging an inch. It's obvious. To get into the mine, he has to have a red stone from Esteban. I bet he doesn't dare look him in the eye.
What would Emilio get out of Esteban's death?
What do I know? Maybe he has a pal in the mine who would take over Esteban's place then. Yeah, that would make sense.
Been there, done that.
Leonard told me a bit about you.
Lenar? That guy's an idiot. You must have noticed.
He said you haven't been in the mine since the attack happened.
I don't know anything.
Help me find out who was behind the attack.
No, I don't want anything to do with it.
If an idiot like Leonard notices that you're behaving oddly, it won't take long before Esteban finds out too.
Shit. I'll tell you one name. Nothing more.
I'm listening.
Juno. Go to Juno. He must know something about this business.
Hey! What do people here think of Esteban?
You'll have to be a bit more precise.
What does Juno think of Esteban?
Ah, Uno. I know almost nothing about him. That information is, of course, free.
Things I could tell you.
better watch out.
Hey!
Can't rely on that.
What do you know about the attempt on Esteban's life?
They all ran
Nothing, man. I didn't have anything to do with it. What do you want from me?
Juno is suspected of having something to do with the attack.
I don't know anything about it.
Later.
They all ran
But you work for Juno, so you do know something.
I know nothing. Honest, I have to go now.
He should have known better.
Do you know what Esteban will do to you when he finds out you're covering for Juno?
Man, leave me alone. I don't have anything to do with that
No
business.
idea. You tell me.
Hey!
It's better to watch out.
Tell me what you know now, or I'll slam you into the wall, Paul.
Tell you.
You can't rough me up just because you work for the boss.
Didn't have enough.
I can.
Cut the crap.
Paul,
All I know is that Juno has a bone to pick with Esteban.
Change that.
He's constantly going on at me about that Esteban, that he screwed up business for him and so on. I only listened and never said anything.
exactly. You see, that wasn't so bad.
Those are all just
Everything else all right with you?
I told you everything I know.
Duty.
that'll only cause more trouble.
Hey! About the attack on Esteban.
What do you want from me?
I'm looking for the person behind the attack.
And why are you coming to me about that?
I thought you might know something about that business.
I don't know anything.
I've heard a few things about you.
So?
I heard that you weren't in your place when the attack occurred.
What else?
Paul said you hate Esteban.
So, did he? What else?
Emilio spat out your name. You definitely know something about the attack.
You've been having a chat with old Emilio, eh?
And he isn't the only one who suspects you.
He really should have known
What's that supposed to mean, huh?
I want to join forces with the assassin.
Against Esteban, really? Then prove it. I've been waiting for too long for a delivery of steel from the pirates. I suspect that Esteban captured it in order to sell it to me later at a higher price. Of course, he won't do that himself. A couple of bandits in the swamp are on his payroll.
How do you know that?
Drunken bandits talk too much.
Does this talkative bandit have a name?
His name is none of your business, but the guy you're looking for is called Juan. Anyway, I haven't seen him in the camp for a long time. You'll have to look for him in the swamp.
Okay, I'll do it for you.
Good. We'll see if you can be trusted.
He simply needs to practice more.
You don't have to ask me that.
It had to happen sooner or later.
Nothing's ever gonna change that.
There's more, believe me.
Hey! How's it going?
What do you want? Have you got anything to say to me? If not, you can just go away. Otherwise, my friend will make mincemeat of you. So what is it?
They say you have some interesting wares to offer.
So what? Esteban wants to jerk me around, eh? I do all the work and hide away here for days in this miserable hole, and he just sends someone to fetch the stuff? I'm not a warehouse.
Yeah, and that isn't my problem.
But I'm making it your problem. You want the delivery? Fine. You can pay for it. Get the gold from Esteban or Raven or I don't know where. I don't care. Whoever wants these goods will pay for them.
I don't come from Esteban.
Oh? Well then. Hey, just a moment. Hold still for a second. You have a critter on your shoulder.
What you waiting for?
Nothing to plunder.
There's more, believe me. That will never change.
Hey!
I could have told you that before.
I have your package.
Indeed. What about Juan?
He's dead.
Good. Then he can't cause me any more trouble. As far as you are concerned, I have a pretty good relationship with Juno. I'll see to it that you get your armor cheap from now on. And here, I once got this stone from Callisto. It's the only thing that survived my flight from the barrier. I think you'll have more use for it than I do. One hand washes the other. That hasn't changed since back then.
Been there, done that.
That will only cause more trouble.
Hey, you!
You don't have to tell me that.
I have the steel.
And? Was Juan there too?
He was.
I knew it. That rat Esteban was behind it.
Now, what about our agreement?
The man you want to talk to is waiting for you in the bar. Talk to the barkeeper.
I need better armor. Fisk said you'd give me a good price.
Fisk, you say? Well, I still owe him a favor.
He simply needs to practice more.
Okay, I'll take the armor.
Sure thing.
There's more, believe me. That was no big deal.
I could have told you that before.
It was his decision.
Hey! Juno sent me.
Looks like you found your man. Go on up to the next floor. Someone's waiting for you.
So you were behind the attack.
Yes, Esteban is in the way of my business. He won't let any of the bandits who work for me into the mine. He's making sure that everyone works for him, and only for him. That way, he can pocket a percentage of every deal and control the whole camp.
Do you want to take his place?
No, I'm a trader. I just want to go about my business in peace.
What are you planning?
We'll get Esteban out of the way. That means you will kill him and take his place.
As long as his bodyguards are with him, I don't have a chance.
Then we'll have to get them to leave by telling the truth.
What truth?
You have done your job. You know that I was behind the attack. Tell Esteban, and he'll send his boys to kill me. I'll expect them here. When they're gone, you can deal with the bastard, and I'll take care of the guards.
Those are all just rumors.
He thinks it's as easy as that.
You have to feel sorry for the poor guy.
About the assignment.
Listen, I have other things I have to take care of.
I thought you might be interested in knowing who was behind the attack.
Who is it? Tell me his name so my guards can wring his neck.
The traitor Fisk is behind it. At the moment, he's sitting in the bar unsuspecting and drinking.
Ha! Well done, kid. My guards will take care of him. You heard him, boys. Go get Fisk.
And what happens next?
What happens next? I'll tell you what happens. Fisk will die a painful death, and everyone in the camp will find out about it. That'll be a warning to all of them.
No time for things like that.
Do I get a red stone now?
Yeah, you did your job well. Someone like you has no business in the mine.
Away with that.
I can use you much better out here. You'll stay in the camp and continue working for me.
That will never change.
Are you trying to play me for a fool? There was never a question of me working for you.
It isn't everyone who gets an offer like this, but if you don't want it, you're free to leave the camp.
How about if you keep your word and give me a red stone?
Hey, one more word. My guards will have to hurt you too.
What guards?
What? Oh, I see. You're trying to pull a fast one. Just you wait.
It's exactly what I said.
Been there, done that.
As if I didn't have enough problems.
I used to say that myself.
I could have told you that before.
Tell me that isn't true.
I can't help it.
I couldn't get away with that.
Nobody will win anything. Nobody will win anything.
Ignore, believe me.
Hey!
Esteban is finished.
I've waited for this for a long time. I think you've got things to do now, and I need to go back to my business. So, if you need anything else, you know where to find me.
You listen to the wrong people.
Things would have turned out differently if it hadn't been for us.
Esteban is dead.
Really? Man, that's lucky. Who did it?
Let's just say someone you know.
Thanks for coming to me. Now I can go back to the camp.
Why haven't I heard about this before?
That will never change.
They don't land on maps.
Is it really true?
That will never change.
All that matters is
How would I be
strength.
treated like that?
So don't tell me that.
The things I could tell you.